Now I'm going to make some African Boxthorn berry jam, but remember we only pick the ripe ones, the red ones, just like goji berries. We only use the ripe berries because the green berries are toxic. So I thought I may as well make some jam. I'm going to do the lazy method in the microwave, of course, since I'm just residing in a shed at the moment while my house is being completed. Oh, they're covered in thorns, of course. These are Lycium ferocissimum. They're related to goji berries, which are Lycium chinense and also Lycium barbarum. The two that are sold as goji berries are Lycium chinense and Lycium barbarum. These are Lycium, what did I say? Ferocissimum, because they've got ferocious thorns. Terrible. Look, if I take the leaves off, look at that. Oh, look at that dreadful thorn. Anyway, I'll just fill this jar. Then I'm going to add some water, and I'm going to microwave cook them, simmer them, poach them. Then I'm going to add sugar. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to cook the sugar a bit in to make a syrup and turn it into a nice little jelly for having on bread and jam. That's what I'm going to do. I haven't tried it before, but I'm a lazy microwave cook. There's another nice bush over there. I'm in the countryside, not far from my place. And the council often miss certain trees. Look at them all, aren't they wonderful? So bright, so brilliant. My grandfather used to cook these up. He'd use them as a laxative in the same way that if you eat a whole bowl of cooked cherries, for example. If you eat a whole bowl of cooked cherries or prunes, that will have a laxative effect. So if you cook up the right ones of these, they are a bit laxative, but only in the way that a cherry is laxative if you eat too many of them. You could be running to the toilet, for example, if you eat a whole bag of cherries at once. I'll see you in a while when this jar is full. Got to watch out for those dreadful thorns. Ah, no wonder they're called ferocissimum. They are ferocious. That's an Australian raven, that sound. Only the right ones. We won't use the orange ones or the green ones. Only the bright red, the brightest ones. One should really wear glasses always, and in case you get poked in the eye or something. You should wear sturdy long sleeves too. Don't forget, always seek the expertise of a toxicologist and a wild food expert and a medical doctor before ever ingesting any wild foods, won't you? This video is just for your amusement and entertainment. And education too, though. However, it's best if you're eating wild food to know what you're doing and to seek wise expertise. This bush is a bit too orange for me. I think we should stick to the bright red ones. These ones aren't absolutely ripe. These are a more orange colour. Yes, we should go for the redder ones. The reddest and ripest the best. This bush is interesting. The fruits are longer. The fruits are a longer shape, more like a goji berry. Whoops, can I see what I'm filming? Probably not. These berries from this bush are more longer shaped, more pendulous, like a goji berry. Anyway, I'm getting near to a jar. Yes, they're all more long shaped on this bush. So I'm going to simmer them and stew them with sugar and have them as a jam on my bread. And I've almost got a jar full. I thought may as well cook them in the jam jar itself, but I'll have to pick off the green part a bit in case it's toxic. I'm no toxicologist, by the way. There's another one too. Look at the long pendulous shape. It has been said that a lot of the goji berries we buy in the shops are often, without our knowing, African Boxthorn. These long ones could pass for goji berries if they were dried. I'll just sort these out quickly. I'll sort them out quickly. That's enough for a jar of jam, I think. And I'll just pick the green part off, because I don't want them contaminated with something that might be toxic. I'll only use the red part. Good little plant to have about the place because they're edible and they grow everywhere and they're drought resistant as anything. I'll be back in a while. Well, let's just have a look here. I've cleaned those goji berries. They're all round. Most of them are round and they're all cleaned now. I just have to rinse them and cook them in a little bit of water and sugar in the microwave. I'll do them in water first, then add a little bit of sugar. I'll just show you for interest. These are also not goji berries, these are also boxthorn, but I went to a bush and it had big long berries. It had big long berries, and what does it remind you of? There's a packet of goji berries. See the big long berries there in the goji berry packet? And here's a goji plant label from a plant label. They're very long. So you can see why some people in the goji berry industry might substitute African Boxthorn for goji berries, because they do look rather like goji berries, don't they? Well, they're the same family. In fact, there's quite a few Lycium berries. Most are edible. I think there might be one poisonous one in the Caribbean somewhere or something, but most Lycium are edible. And there's Australian Lycium too. Is it Lycium australe? You'd have to ask Australia's first people about that one. I think it might be edible. I'm not sure. You'd have to ask a bush tucker expert about Lycium australe. It doesn't grow around near me. Any of these Lycium ferocissimum grow near me. But it's just so interesting, because these pendulous ones really could be, they could be substituted for goji berries, and they taste the same. Let me taste one. They just taste like goji berry. They just taste like dried goji berries. Once you soak them, if you take these and soak them, African Boxthorn tastes exactly the same. Sweet and sort of just that goji berry flavour. Anyway, I'm going to cook them all up now. So off to the microwave. By the way, this here is dried goji berries soaked in water and given a short blast in the microwave. That's what dried goji berries end up looking like. And you can see how they're pretty much a similar shape as these ones. So, yes, it does say a bit about the goji berry industry and how you might be given substitutes by some people. I don't mind anyway, because I mean, they're the same berry, aren't they? Except these grow wild all around Australia. They do, and they're such a pest on Kangaroo Island that they're taking over the place. This is the Australian wild African Boxthorn. I don't know what the people in Africa do with these African Boxthorn. I wonder if the indigenous people in Africa eat them. That would be interesting to find out. Well, I'm the sort of person that makes spaghetti in the microwave. That's the sort of person I am. So let's give these a blast. There we are. How do I look? Let's give these goji berries a blast. Just 2 minutes on high, and I'll add sugar after that as it sort of evaporates a bit. I won't put plastic on the top. I won't put cling wrap or sarin wrap, as American viewers call it. That should be nice. And it's cooked in the actual jar itself. I had to stop and stir a couple of times so it wouldn't boil over. I'm only doing it for a total of 2 minutes. It's looking very like goji berries, except that they're round, those ones. a little bit watery. If I had a blender, I could just put them all in a blender, couldn't I, and smooth them. If I were cooking on a stove top, I could evaporate them slowly. But I'm not cooking on a stove top. They're softer anyway. I think I'll add some sugar. I'll add some sugar and that will be it. I'll just sort of make them into a nice syrup, sort of half jam, half preserved goji berries. That should be nice. I could put them in a tart or a pie, couldn't I? Tim Lowe, the Australian biologist, he makes pies out of them. Pies and pastries and jams. Okay, just squashing them a bit. Oh, that's hot. Just a few, another 40 seconds. Can we see this? Oh yes, there's my spoon. Well, I've poached them for a couple of minutes, just on and off for a couple of minutes. I think it was about 2 minutes in total. And I've got a bit of syrup here. I actually have quite a lot of sugar in them so already. They're already they've got an amount of sugar in them, some sourness. So I will be adding sugar to that now. I will. It's too hot to hold. But I will be adding sugar to that. And they do taste alright. They just taste like any other fruit, really. I'll sugar them up. Well, here we are. I'll just add some sugar. And then I'll stir it in and cook it through. Whoops, not that clever. Trying to be a TV cook when I'm not. I shouldn't have my hand in front of the lens either, should I? But just some sugar. And I'll come back and tell you how it all ends up. I think I should be a bit generous on the sugar because I want it to be a jam, really. There. I'll stir all that in, come back and show you the final result. There we are, that's it. I'll have it on a piece of bread sometime. Preserved African Boxthorn berries. They look pretty enough, don't they? Well, see ya again. See ya. That's just the right consistency now. Look at that. Yummy. Just right.